The Honda Activa's dominance in the Indian market seems to find no challenges at all, and I think that leaves Honda free to do other stuff, fun stuff. So first we had the Navi, which is based on the Activa but a very different take on the scooter, and now we have this, the Honda Cliq. And it begins with the styling. The underlying premise of the Cliq is a low price, and that means the Navi's plastics are in play, albeit styled this time to look more like a normal scooter than the funky Honda motorcycle scooter hybrid. The plastics aren't the best in quality, but they don't feel cheap either. Honda also uses shiny, matte and a faux carbon fiber finish to keep things interesting. But there is no escaping the fact that the Honda Cliq had to be built to a price. And the styling responds to that idea. So if you look at the Cliq, there is the traditional scooter form, but it's taken to a very different place. All the panels have a lot of straight, flat edges. The only really design flourish you can speak of is the circle on the side, and that's a motif that repeats from the Navi if you remember it. And the front apron is just quite unlike anything we've seen before, and it builds up to a sort of shiny plastic peak over what is a whole bunch of matte plastic. It looks very different, and some might think of it as ugly, some might actually like it, but the idea is that Honda is clearly going after a completely different kind of customer with the Cliq. This customer says the company defaults to 100-110cc motorcycles, and automatic scooters are perceived as expensive. Scooters like the Activa are in fact rupees 5,000 or so too expensive for them. And that's why the recurrent theme of the Honda Cliq is it's like the Activa in nature but like the Navi in pricing. Honda's game here is for the semi-urban and rural customers to start thinking of the Cliq as a more practical, cost-effective replacement for the motorcycles they would normally buy automatically. And obviously, since reliability is a huge concern, they could hardly do better than starting with the proven Activa as the base. Well, no real surprises when you start riding the Cliq, because it's a proven, known powertrain. It's an engine we know really well, in a frame we know really well as well. So no surprises there. It more or less feels like an Activa to ride. The tires though, they do make a difference. Riding here, it's a little sandy and it's a little dirty, and the scooter seems to have more grip than I'm used to, more grip than you expect. On the whole, the Cliq is definitely interesting as a proposition. It offers up a well-priced scooter to a customer who doesn't even think of scooters in the normal course of events. The design is already causing quite a stir if our social media and feedback channels are any indication. And yet, there is no real escaping the inevitable conclusion that at the very basic of levels, Honda has just upped and offered an Activa equivalent for a substantially lower price. If the Cliq succeeds, and this might take a while to happen, then it lights a fire under the real mass segment of the Indian two-wheeler market. And this is going to make many a manufacturer sweat hard. So that's the Honda Cliq. It uses the same powertrain that the Activa uses, so in that sense it will be reliable, it's a proven powertrain, but it takes the packaging to a completely different place. The price is 42,499 Delhi, it's made in Tapukara, and sales will start from Rajasthan and spread to all 5,200 Honda dealers in the country before the festive season is out. The idea here is to go after a customer who traditionally does not consider scooters. Semi-urban and rural people where the primary mode of transportation is a 100-110cc motorcycle. That's the customer Honda is going after with this scooter. That's where it hopes this will click.